We can do Sean if you want. It's right there.
Oh, I want to end out with something good. So let's talk about Sean.
This man evil. All
I've been
right.
hating all this weekend on you, Big Sean, and
So-
not in a good way.
So look, he has more to say about this project. So I'm gonna start it off. You know, I'm Big Sean. I'm not giving you no hate.
Yes, you are.
I'm not, man.
It's,
Look,
it's justified hate. There's a difference.
look. I saw some of your tweets, but look, B,
Was I spitting or was I capping?
you had some you had some stuff in there, but I don't know. I like some of the production on here. You said the production was weak.
It was.
I like some of this production.
That production was weak and bad. It was boring.
I think Big Sean was more not carrying, in my opinion.
Oh, trust me, he was not caring throughout this whole album. But keep going.
Okay, so my initial thoughts on this project, I didn't give it multiple listens. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think Big Sean projects it's not much replayability. I think Dark Sky Paradise I don't even care about like that. Detroit 2 is probably the one that besides
Number
like Detroit. Oh yeah, Detroit 1 is the only album
Mixtape.
like mixtape before like Big Sean Volume 3 and all that I actually was just actually
No, that was after. Detroit was after.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is the only ones that those only two that I actually like was replaying and listening to. After that, Big Sean didn't have much replay value to me. Like none of his albums stick to my ribs. Like I gotta play this. So listen to this album, Better Meeting You. Not saying I'm not gonna go back to it, but to get my initial thoughts, I don't think I needed more listens.
But you're not going back to this. You're not going back to this unless we creating a list of
But
worst
look,
projects this year.
you know, so what I did, you know,
Boy, capping off the
played,
pod
I
juice.
played, I played this album first half in the headphones. I had the phone down. I was doing little stuff around the crib, and I was thinking Big Sean is flowing on some of these songs. B production didn't sound as bad as I thought it was gonna be from this dude Tweets. Sounded pretty good. I like the Charlie Wilson song. I actually like the production on that. I see what Big Sean was saying, man. He's, family stuff. He's trying to change. You know what I mean? Some of these songs were like they didn't have much like substance. Like Big Sean did sound a little I want to say lazy, but like monotone. Like he don't. It's like okay,
This feels phoned in.
But you know when somebody rap and they do it effortless.
This was not it.
This wasn't it. Big Sean, it just seemed like he's just rapping, and it's
He's
just like
disengaged.
it's like, all right, I don't think he's fully here. Some of his lyrics are mature, and I don't, it's not like I don't like him speaking like he's a father now. He has a little family, and I know he's maturing. He's an older man now. He's like mid-30s, whatever. So it just didn't feel like a connection, and I feel like that can make some of the songs feel like you said, like empty or like Big Sean just didn't feel there. But I'm telling you, I think most of this production is pretty good. I think just Big Sean didn't do it justice. Cause I was like, dang, this kind of sound cool. And just on one of my points on like the Alchemist song, cause this dude said Big Sean wasted the Alchemist beat. He should never get an Alchemist beat again.
I pray he never gets an
He
Alchemist
prayed
beat.
that he never get an
You
Alchemist
should have
beat.
gave that to Freddie Gibbs.
Hey, that's why I'm bringing up Freddie. Freddie would have sounded so fire
He
on
would've
this.
murdered
If he had a
us.
feature on Freddie, bro. And
First of all, that would have been the best verse on the whole album.
another feature that I was really disappointed in, besides Cash Cobain, was Larry June.
Wait, why was you
feature.
disappointed in the Catch Cobain feature?
Just to say it. Larry June. How Larry June sound more boring on a Big Sean project? To me, he sounded like he didn't want to do this. I thought he was like, he sounded super lazy on this. And I was like, why
Wasted the DJ Premier beat too.
Facts. And that track with Bryson Tiller and Kodak. Kodak sounded. That wasn't good. This album, I wouldn't say this is a bad album.
Yes, it is.
Damn, B.
It's not bad. It's mediocre.
Hold on. Before I pass the baton to you, is some of this from the project?
B, most of this is from that.
So this is the album.
So guess what?
What?
I'm going to destroy this when it's my turn.
B. Before I pass this baton, Big Sean, I'm gonna leave it. I want to say something positive. All right. I think that you rushed this project. I think yes, you matured. I don't think you're all the way into music right now, just from what I'm feeling from this. I don't know you personally, just the feeling I'm getting. I think that you probably should take a more. I know you've been taking your time, but I think you should be more genuine with your approach, because some of these songs just sounds like the formula of Big Sean. I can, and like try to be like a hype beat, and it just don't fit. It just feels so like, it just don't feel genuine, or it don't. The impact, it's hard to articulate the way it makes me like disengage from some of these songs. They don't make me want to be like, all right, what is he saying? What is he saying?
He hasn't progressed as an artist. The only thing that changed for this was subject matter. He was rapping like this on Detroit too. He was rapping on some of this like Dark Sky Paradise, except he had more charisma and energy on Dark Sky Paradise than this.
I want Big Sean to win, man. But it's just like, I know, yeah, bro, you're so far removed to relate to people, but I just don't find no relatability here.
But B, you can find relatability when it comes to actually making tracks about being. Think about Lil Brother.
Yeah.
Didn't they just come out? Well, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They came out with a very relatable album for people
Yeah.
who has a father. I mean, who have a family.
Yeah.
People getting older, not being young anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Big Sean is in that range now to where he needs to rap about that stuff, but he doesn't do it well. But I'm gonna still let you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just, sometimes it feels like you're still trying to find this radio song in a way, or you're trying to still appeal to younger people, but I just don't know, man, because the Cash Cobain, like, bro, you have 21 tracks, bro, and I'm not trying to say this album's horrible. It's just some stuff that could be.
Stop sugarcoating it. It is.
It's some stuff that could be cut off of this, bro.
Yeah, the whole 21 tracks.
B, how much of this 21 was from the little stuff that?
How much of it?
Yeah.
Cash Cobain wasn't on there. I don't think Certified was on there. But a good amount, like
Of this
at least
is-
half of this was on there.
For real?
At least half of it. Because some of the stuff was renamed. Some of the tracks from the leak wasn't on here.
So that leak,
Like
was,
Pressure was on there, Typecast, Break the Cycle with Charlie Wilson, Who You Are, even though they named it Nintendo Switch Superstar, which because his meat leaked
Yeah.
and all that Nintendo Switch. So he named it that previously.
hold up, his meat leaked.
You didn't remember when his meat, that picture of his meat leaked and he had it next to a Nintendo Switch or whatever? He named the song on the leaked Nintendo Switch Superstar. Which, he has a Superstar sample from Usher.
Damn,
But it was Nintendo,
meat leaked.
and guess what? That was the intro track at first.
Wow. Okay. I think that leak kind of ruined this. Man, I'm afraid
this because I forgot about the leak, but I was like, this all is here. And you gotta think this is the fully thought out version of it. And it was still bad. And I was saying on the initial version, I'm like, oh, this can't be the album. I'm like, this is the mixtape, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, this is just stuff he was working on before.
Hey,
and everybody kept saying, this had to be stuff from years ago. I'm like, because this can't be.
And I was trying to cover for him, bro.
Yeah, you was trying to cape for him last time. Nope. This is it. Half of this
Hey,
is
man.
it.
Pass it to you, B. What you got? What's your thoughts, man?
This album was horrible, subpar. Sean, if you guys didn't know, me and him share the same last name. You disgrace our family. This was bad. I'm the only Anderson coming out this year with some heat with this podcast. What the F is this? I am disappointed. It's one of my favorite phrases from Sean. They call me Mr. Anderson when I walk up in the bank. I don't even want to be called that no more. Just call me Mr. Sage. I don't want to be called that no more if I got to share a last name with him. This was bad right here. This was subpar. This was horrible. I listened to it 4 times. I'm a big Sean fan. I love Detroit. I like Finally Famous when it first came out because it fit the vibe of when it first came out. I was in middle school. The immature raps, the boy, that was all me. You put me on with Sean with Finally Famous Volume 3. I remember that. I jammed that tape so much. He had so much energy, so much hunger, so much charisma, so much character.
Yeah.
Finally Famous 1 comes out. I love it. Going back to it, oh, this aged badly.
Yeah.
This is bad. His second project, he hit the sophomore slump really, really bad. Yeah. He caught his stride with Detroit remix. I mean, the Detroit mixtape. To me, his best project. A lot of people love Dark Sky Paradise. Y'all need to go to Detroit. That project is fire. Big Sean is rapping, creating good songs, great features, great production. Everything about that project is great. He has his Seanisms. Some stuff is corny, but that project is great. Dark Sky Paradise, great project. Some stuff on there, corny, like I said, but it's Big Sean though. Detroit 2, I loved it because to me that was the more mature Sean album. Everybody keeps claiming that this is the one. No, this is his more adult album. This is his more family man album. Detroit 2 had those mature themes that people was talking about. The first song, Deep Reverence, produced by Hit Boy, one of Hit Boy's best production pieces, with Nipsey on the feature, and Nipsey having the first verse, and this is a posthumous Nipsey verse. Very great verse, very great production. Sean was rapping his butt off. He was going in his mature bag. You want mature Sean with some great raps? Deep Reverence is the track. This ish is not it. So this is bad.
So he was just putting stuff together, bro.
B, this is bad. B, this production, Sean didn't even sound like he wanted to be on top of this.
But that's his fault.
B,
if he, I think
sounded so boring. I've never heard Sean sound so disengaged on an album than this. He sounded boring. He carried nothing great about them previous projects on this.
And I'm not disagreeing with you on that. That's why I feel like he kind of like ruined some of the production on this, just because of how he sounded on it.
You're right. And guess what? To me, when it comes to a song, because I love songs overall, you don't even have to have great lyrics. Your energy and charisma, your flow, and the production, they all have to meet. They all have to come in tandem.
And what's his name? Nassan. He's a Proof son. He sounded better on Certified than me. The kid on there.
But that's not saying much.
I know it's not.
Look whose album this is we're talking about. This was a bad album. Now, if I'm going through some of the tracks itself.
Did you like anything?
I like 3 songs on here, B.
Yeah.
In fact, I liked 5 at first. Then the more I listened to it, because I listened to it 4 times, I just started liking less. I'm like, do I really like these songs? I like the song where he's emulating Baby Keem.
Yeah. Yes. That's Precision,
that's yes.
Right?
Huh?
Oh, yes. Oh.
Which was on the leak.
What do you think about the track he kind of was, it's like he was throwing shots at Kanye?
Which one?
About,
it's like also he disrespected Tupac on here. Kendrick, you wanted to come at Drake for disrespecting Tupac, you need to come at Big Sean. Them 2 Tupac samples that he put on here are bad. Not the songs. The way he sampled it is bad.
The song with the choir, when he was just
come and lift
like
me
you hate.
Not Charlie Wilson, right?
Like he was saying you hate, like saying like a dude was hating on him and like, oh, you doing it because we not together.
Oh yeah.
What's the name of that?
I forgot.
But he got Kanye. I think he's throwing shots at Kanye. You supposed to be big, bro.
Yeah, because he did that in his On the Radar freestyle.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad he went over a Aaliyah beat, because if he had to choose the beat for that and it was an original beat, he would have. No, people wouldn't be talking about this. There was no crazy schemes on here. I even made a Twitter thread on some of the wackest bars, because I said this weekend, Big Sean is the type of rapper to say something, he'd be like, you get it?
You saw his one line. Well, you heard that one line when he was like, I'm so solid, I'm friends with The Rock. That's something like, I was like, Sean. But it's a Sean do corny bars.
Here's a corny bar. Stupid Negro's been like, what you been on? I said, a effing rocket, B. I'm about to go take off. Then in the ad-lib, take off. B, another one. Just remember, you was only half of us. Remember, you was just half of us. Remember, you was just half of us.
Yeah.
Get it?
Just half of us.
And then there was one thing he said, you should dig your own grave and do what you do best. Lie in it. What are we doing, dude?
And just lie in it. You know, Big Sean.
B, bro. And then that one song, Clarity, the most pretentious thing. Mother Earth could really kill us right now. She turns up the temperature.
Yeah. No, bro, when he started talking, bro.
I'm like, don't you talk.
I know, look.
Don't rap.
I was in Target, bro, trying to get some skincare stuff, bro. And he said that, and I was like, bro, Sean, chill out. And then he started talking about, and I started thinking about, Big Sean is the dude that think he can get you. Like, Big Sean, no, I ain't gonna, let me stop, bro. Because at that point, I want you to hate this pod. I'm not gonna hate, because I'm putting on right now, like.
See, I'm off the pod juice right now.
Right now, I'm being nice.
I listen to this way more.
I'm being nice.
So he didn't have to go through it as bad.
He's a father.
And first off, I don't give a F if you're a father. I don't give a F. I wouldn't put something this bad out for my kids to hear.
Who was the guy talking? Was that Obama?
No, that was The Rock. He was talking about,
that was The Rock. He taller than Kevin Hart?
That was The Rock.
I'm like, why? I think this was.
That's why he said he's so solid. He's friends with
The Rock. Yeah.
Hey, Big Sean, I can't wait to see your son.
Big boy.
Rock. I know you was putting on the front. I know the WWF and all that was like scripted. Man, Rock is a good actor on here. I'm not gonna lie. He brought them skills over here, B. This album, your son's already pretty tall. Taller than Kevin Hart.
I was like, why you just throw a shot at Kevin Hart? I was like, who is this talking? Why I thought it was Obama, bro.
I didn't know who it was. He would have had a better chance of getting Obama and it sounding good on here.
I was like, how you get Obama?
B, this album was bad. This album was bad. The only songs I like I said, was the Yes, even though some people was like, oh, Big Sean's emulating Keem. Then it was like, oh, you guys really don't know where this flow is. No, Big Sean is emulating Keem.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sorry, no.
You didn't feel like way on Precision?
I hated that song.
No, I'm saying you don't think he was emulating like Baby Keem and them as well on that? That's the one when you have the Lyrical Lemonade video, right? Or was that Yes?
No, that's Yes.
Oh, my bad.
Yes. Who nothing like GTA?
Oh, yeah. You right. And some dude referenced the song from like Dark Sky Paradise, and I think I was like,
I know what song you're talking about. That's Paradise, and no, he does not.
I say that song sounds nothing like this.
Yeah, it doesn't. And see, that's why people just be talking on the internet.
I was like, bro,
people wasn't there, B.
No, they wasn't.
People was not there.
Because I'm like, hold up, I know that song, and I went back to listen to the song, and I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Because I remember back then Vinyl was popular, and I made I made a video roasting Sean on that because he said, "So I'm going to go Super Saiyan." I said, "Skirt."
Yeah.
And then I had Anthony Fantano. No.
Yeah.
No. Because I'm just like, Big Sean, I am a fan of yours. I will say that. Or at least I was. After this album, I'm sorry. I can't stand it. And I feel like what you did was very disingenuous by handing out your fans like early copies of the album, and then you had different versions of the vinyl that didn't have the full album on there, just to incite other people to gas up your album, and then promote it like, oh, this is his best album since
they got that free
Dark Sky Paradise. I'm like, and I seen multiple people on my timeline get this, and I'm like, okay, so y'all people really ain't hip hop because y'all not being authentic. This album was not good, man. And these people were really like gassing it up to think that it was. This is my favorite Sean album since Dark Sky Paradise. Shut the F up. Y'all don't know nothing.
It's like what people say is, you already dislike them, so you're going in with the agenda of like not liking it.
No.
And look, that's one thing. Like one thing about, you could say that about me with Logic, because how I feel about Logic. But if something good, it's hard for me to deny it.
Exactly.
And like when I listen to this album, you said it's a bad album. I don't want to call it a bad album. Maybe I need more listens.
I call it a bad album based off of what he's come out with before. I'm not comparing Sean to anyone else. When I call somebody's album a bad album, unless it's their first one, I compare it to their previous works.
No, that's
to
fine.
me.
You compare discographies. I understand.
I said it on the timeline. Finally Famous, the album is better than this. The reason I say it is because it captured the time
That's
perfectly.
one with ass.
It captured the time perfectly. It captured the essence of the time perfectly. It captured Big Sean's charisma, his flow, what he does best. He had really solid production. He had good music really behind him with Kanye still being in his head.
Yeah.
There were good things about this. This right here, him not being on good music no more, I don't know what happened. He done lost the sauce. He done lost the aura. I don't know if he had the budget or what. These beats was boring. His raps were boring. Does he have mature stuff on here? Yes, but this isn't Sean's first time rapping maturely.
Yeah.
So when people say this is his mature album, this is his mature album only because he has way more laid back songs than those turn up songs.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm sorry, he needed more of those.
Yeah.
Because at least the beat can distract me from the boring lyricism. This right here, he didn't progress on his rapping abilities. He stayed in the same style, same flow. He stayed in the same box. He didn't switch it up. How does Gunna kill you on a track that's made for... Well, that track was made for Gunna. You can tell.
Because he said Turbo produced it.
But even still, why did you get that beat knowing that Gunna was flowing on that? And you're supposed to be a lyricist. You're supposed to be top 3, like you said. They leaving you out. No, there's a reason we leave you out, Sean. Get the F out of here. Everybody's last album was better than yours out of the big 3. I'm talking about even My Delete Later was better than this. And My Delete Later, I enjoyed it. I can acknowledge that it wasn't great for Cole.
But yeah, you enjoyed it more.
But that was better than this. At least J. Cole still had the J. Coleisms about him, and he was displaying certain things about it. And he was about that on there. Yeah. Now, there was some stuff he tried on there, like that Element OP. What's that? I don't know, L. Whatever that track. You had nothing. All your bars were on that level in this album. Damn. This album is bad. This was what was the line I put this weekend? I'm moving like a doctor. The way God gave me patience.
Hey man.
That was not a crazy scheme. B. This album was bad. This was disappointing. You have put disgrace on our last name. Don't ever say you from the D, because they might think you talking about me, because I'm Chase from the D. Don't ever say the D no more. This is one of the worst albums coming out of Detroit. We got Royce, Eminem. I think all the Detroit artists this year is just coming out with bad albums. Look at Eminem. Look at Big Sean. Hey. Eminem's has lyrical content on there, but still corny.
Big Sean was on there. You liked him on that.
I did.
Yeah.
But guess what? Baby Tron was doing his thing on there as well. And he sounded just like Big Sean. I didn't know that them two passed the baton to each other. Oh, my God. I don't know what this is, Big Sean. I wanted to come in here liking this because I'm like, okay, Big Sean's coming back. We haven't heard him in years. I haven't heard you since that project you had with Hit Boy, which people don't talk about. Because I heard that project with you and Hit Boy and that project with you and Metro. I remember when those 2 projects came out, I was disappointed in both of them projects.
Yeah.
Even though I like the Metro one because it got some ignorant slaps on there. But that Hit Boy one, I don't know what it is with Hit Boy, and I said it like this. Hit Boy gives you the worst of his beats. Hit Boy just went on a 6 album run with Nas, killed it all.
He give it all to
Destroyed
Nas.
all. He gave an album to Music Soul Child. He gave an album to Dreezy from Chicago.
Yeah.
What are we doing on this? Hit Boy, I'm disappointed in you for even making these beats and thinking I should send this out to Sean. You set Sean up for failure too. I gotta get on everybody in this because everybody needs to be held accountable. And I gotta get on the A&R for not accidentally trashing this album. First of all, this album leaked. I'm thinking, oh, the leaked album? I'm like, oh yeah, this is a mixtape. This can't be Sean's album. It turned out to be Sean's album, B. And the songs that he left off of there, he had one song featuring Nas. He had another featuring Brent Faiyaz, which would have been the best song on here. He left it off. I'm like, what are we doing, Sean?
Maybe you're going to use it for
Sean is talking about, oh, yeah, I had to hurry up and put this album out so they don't leak too much. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, that album was just a scrapped version of whatever you was putting out back then. No, it was this.
Dang.
I am heated. I spent my time listening to this 4 times this weekend. And B, I'm going to be real with you when I like something.
Yeah.
I'm a Sean fan. Or I was. I don't know what this is. And I always say it like this. You're only as good as your last effort. This was bad.
Hey,
Sean, you have not progressed as a lyricist. You have not progressed as an artist. The only thing that changed about you is your beat selection, and it got worse. This was bad. I'm like Mike right now from Dead End Hip Hop. Big Sean really did it. He went from bad to effing worst.
The callback. Look, man, Sean, maybe I had to give it a little more listens, but
no, you don't.
I do agree with my co-host here. It is some things that you seem like you're still comfortable in a certain zone, your certain pocket of flows. Yeah, like your maturity, yes, but it just didn't stick out as much, especially because you didn't seem so engaged into this production. And yeah, the production, it wasn't the best, but I enjoyed, most of the songs on here. Maybe probably because I gave it a big Sean listen, huh?
How many did you like on here? You say you like most of the stuff. Please bring that up back up so I can see how many you liked on here. B, I see no likes. You just lied off the podcast. I knew when you was going through that track list, I was looking. Oh, I remember not seeing no green next to that. This boy lied for the camera. He is lying. Why you lie like that? Why you lie like that?
Why you call me out?
Stop it! This is why all the mediocre hip hop music is out now. People lying. What are we doing?
Hey, I gave some truth in there, man. Hey, I just probably get.
Yeah, you listened. That was the only truth you gave to him just now.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm wilding, bro.
This album was bad.
Bro, I was listening, and sometimes I didn't have the time to hit the plus button, you know what I'm saying? Some things I like. I told you I liked the freaking Charlie Wilson track. I just didn't like it, I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah, I like it, but I just didn't like it.
I didn't like I didn't like it on the app, but I liked it in my mind, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't remember to go back and like it? You didn't want to put that in the playlist,
B? I'm about to go back. Man, come on.
You're not going back to listen to this.
I will.
Stop lying to me. You are lying on this podcast right now. You are not going back to this.
He might be telling the truth, man.
I know I am. If I had to be in all seriousness, without the hate, without the theatrics, Sean, to be real, this is a very subpar project. A lot of the media outlets have been saying Big Sean shows that he really has to prove himself because he's a veteran in the game. They are so right, because it felt like you wasn't trying to prove to me that you really deserved to be in that big 3 spot, to be real. Your lyricism was the same. To me, it didn't grow. It didn't mature with your thematic thing that you were trying to go with on this album. The production was very boring. It was just very monotone, just like a lot of your flows on this album as well. One of the songs that I really did enjoy was Yes, but you were also implementing someone else's flow. You was implementing a type of production that it seems like you didn't really want to be on compared to a lot of the other production on here. And you got 2 really dope beats from DJ Premier and Alchemist. And I was just so disappointed with what you did with those songs, because those could have been some great tracks where you didn't need no chorus. You was just going to go and spit. And I really wish you would have done that, at least on the Alchemist one. DJ Premier one, I wish you would have done that. No Tiana, just have some scratches on there. And I didn't want you to have no features. One of the biggest problems I have with this project is you've been gone for so long, but you have such stacked features on here. Why do you have a song with Cash Cobain? Are you trying to what is it? What? Is he trying to relate to the youth? Because why did you even let Cash Cobain even have a feature on here?
Yeah, his verse
if you would have took
short.
His production, cool. Why'd you let him have a whole verse on here? Sean, this album felt very inconsistent. The quality to me was very low, especially with the production value that we got from the previous projects itself. Sean, like I said, I am a fan. Like, I'm going to listen to whatever you put out, because I feel like you really have, or at least had, some talent there.
Right.
I feel like you're not, and I get it. Like A$AP Rocky said, Kendrick said, rap ain't my life. I'm trying to be a dad.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like that's what you embodied on this album. Rap is not your life no more. You want to be a dad, and that's cool. I just wish you really would have matured a lot more, especially with your writing. Yeah, theme-wise, most of this album is way more mature, Sean. But to me, even the mature stuff was lacking a bit, because you had such corny bars meddling with the actual subject matter itself. You would say certain things like, oh, Get the Shovel or whatever, lie in it. The song with Boundaries, the Clarity skit, which to me just felt like I'm 14 and I think this is deep when, people would make the memes back then. It just felt like the emo kid thinking that they had something deep to say, but really everybody goes through it and not just you.
Yeah,
to me, I'm like, this album was so bad. And the actual samples that you chose with Tupac, you had 2 songs in here where you sampled Tupac. Get on up. No, put this back down.
Bro, you is wild.
This is bad, B.
Hey.
This is bad because I expected way more from
Sean. Keep doing your thing, bro. Mm-hmm. You just have to tighten it up a little bit, especially with the track listing. This is too
much. Just recycle Bennett. I'd be cool with that as well.
Yeah, he probably should have done some
because this your whole album leaked. Yeah. Nas, that's what Nas did. Even though he came out with a worse album afterwards, but that's what Nas did. You just gonna have to come out with some new material because that Nintendo Switch Superstar song, you said the only good thing about this whole album was that he put RDC on the music video. That's it.
I gotta watch that video. I saw the clips.
I'm not going to.
I gotta support
because I'm not hearing that song again.
Gotta support the homies. Bro, I play it on mute like a silent film.
Yeah, it'll be a 10. Yeah, that's one best song on the album. But I think people were really gassing that Yes song because of the music video. If there was no music video for that, people would not have been gassing that song. Because that song had been out for months.
Yeah.
And no one was talking about it until the music video came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it for Big Sean. Very disappointed. In fact, remove your last name.